and shit. Like, regardless, like, them niggas talking that shit, and I was like, them niggas fucking nice.
Yeah.
Like, that was some different shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And you don't get that much, like you say, coming from the city, because it's like, your first initial reaction, like, I can do that, and I can do that better than them, so fuck them niggas. That's a DC attitude, like, he can do it, or niggas out here do it too, so fuck them niggas.
Man,
and that just stifled the whole shit.
So even with the whole 48, 49 compilation, I remember that. I was outside around that time. Then you morphed into the Spill Gang. How did that start?
So the Spill Gang, that's actually I had Phil back right for a second, but Fest ended up getting signed over there with BOA under the Wale and them flag. So Fest had a hell of a movement going on, and Fest the big fella, just in case y'all don't know.
Yeah, shout out to Fest. Fest did a whole lot of shit like for the city and plugging people together. Like, I think it's he get love, but I don't think it's enough for him. Like
everybody don't know.
Like the moving shaker that he was, and putting niggas together and lining the city up. Like, I seen a lot of motherfuckers linked together because of Fest.
Fest, we need you in the uncomfortable truth. Fest.
Definitely.
So Fest had a movement over there, and like, you know, when you moving like that, it always look good when you know what I'm saying, when you got your crew with you, like people. Like, that shit kept him grounded, you know what I'm saying? Kept his work ethic. Like, he got his team back in the studio with him.
Yeah, but
I remember y'all had the group Royal Family. What was it?
Yeah, Royal Family.
Royal Family.
Yeah,
You,
Royal Family.
God bless the dead body. Man, God bless the dead body.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So go ahead with the Spill Gang. How did that go?
So Fest had another. This is how it happened. So Fest he had another group he was bringing in. You know what I'm saying? No funny shit. Called the Bang Bang Boys, right? So this shit, shout out to JR and He the Caesar, them my niggas. So boom, we all in the joint one day. So we like, dang. So they was asking me to come back and rap. Like, I was done with the shit for real. I had a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I was back and forth in and out, you know how it goes. So I was like, man, I'll do it if y'all serious. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm just here fucking with Fest. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be here with you. You feel me? So Ty was like, man, shit, y'all need to put the group together. Shout out to Ty Stunt. He was like, man, y'all need to put the group together and just run it up. So then Fest had some guys from out Maryland, Slay. Like, Fest connected all around the city. Yeah. So basically, he pulled in a fucking super group. So like made a Marvel team and shit. So I was like, he was like, damn, what was gonna call it? We was yelling Spill. We even had Wale. You go back to old Wale shit. He yelling Spill, all type of shit. So I'm just thinking, shit, we trying to Spill Gang shit, yeah. Like, shit, that's what it is.
So you named the Spill Gang?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay. Man, shit.
So I remember it fucking hitting and fucking taking off. So I remember niggas coming to me like, man, who the fuck is, like, older niggas, like niggas moving about the city, like, man, you know the Spill Gang niggas, like, who the fuck are these niggas, like y'all came out of nowhere with the Spill Gang shit, like, far as in the clubs and everything. And niggas like, oh, the Spill Gang. I'm like, man, I know them niggas. Like, they from around the way, they from outside. And niggas it was just a movement that got fucking so close. You know what I mean? Like, the pushing over, like, it seemed like y'all was right there, and then y'all just fucking, it just fucking stopped. It just fucking,
we had, you know what I'm saying, Spill Gang, we had everybody, and like, that was a plan that Ty Stunt and Fats came up with. So it was like, we had Southside, shout out my nigga Dre Wills. We had Wills from the Southside. I'm from the Northeast. Then we had the Merlin. We had the Merlin side. My man, He the Caesar. He's from out Oxon Hill. You know what I'm saying? All that. We had Slay from out Temple Hills. So we were just locking like all sides of the city now. You know what I'm saying? Then we already like Uptown was fucking with us. Shout out CBE. They had the CBE.
Y'all even had a nigga from Baltimore too.
Oh yeah, man. Rest in peace, man. Yeah. My man Black. God damn, man. He used to do that motherfucker. That nigga used to come through and rap, and then he go into some Jamaican shit.
Hold up, man. If you saying CBE, R.I.P. Hank, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
R.I.P. Hank.
For sure, yeah. So we was locking down the city that way. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't had no choice but to fuck with us. And then when we in the club, you know what I'm saying? It's lit. Like, he good, I'm good, he good. We got 10 niggas that's good, and everybody buying 2-3 bottles a piece. That's what? And then we double it back, and then we got them. So now we gonna make your team want to buy bottles. So now you want to come parlay with us, and now when they send the shit out, nigga, it's 100 bottles coming our way. You want to fuck with us? And not to mention, DJ play the music too when the shit come out. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? That's how that shit took off.
So was it, you think it was too big and too many people, or was it egos like got in the way of because it seemed like y'all was right there, and then y'all I just started seeing everybody by themselves and doing movements on their own and just whatever. When y'all was so close together, you know what I mean? Like with them, the people you named, them real big egos. You know what I mean? In the city, like with Fats, you, and Ty, like them seem like, you know what I mean? Real big egos and real big personalities. And even though y'all from the same hood and like brothers and shit, like, was it egos clashing, or was it just niggas just wanting to do something different, or different directions? Like, what really, what made y'all stop?
It was just a time where shit was just starting. Shit was getting a little uncomfortable though. Like shit was cool, but it was like you know how you when shit get to a certain level, certain shit gonna hit head before it go there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we was there, and before we couldn't get past this one. Like certain conversations was had that people didn't come back from. I'm gonna just say that certain conversations were had that certain people ain't come back from, and later on, I guess they mended that shit. So everybody still went their own way. Everybody came out good, but it always could have been better.
Okay, I got a question. Will there ever be a Spill Gang reunion?
I mean, if you look at it, it'd be little baby joints. You know what I'm saying? It don't be
I'm talking about full-on campaign.
Yeah.
Another mixtape or something. Another wave.
Man, I can't tell you.
That's why we need to have the other members on here, and we're gonna talk this shit out. We're gonna get us another wave, goddamn. But you know what? And with that, we about to go into the random Black History fact of the week. Here on The Uncomfortable Truth, we like to think of Black history as 365, 7 days, all of that, not just 1 month, man. So y'all stay tuned, man. Here goes the Black History fact of the week. Yeah, man, and we back, man. Yeah, Solitude, man, from Guadeloupe. She's from where they actually call the people they Creoles. And man, she was so fucking gangster, bro. She was 8 months pregnant, out there slaughtering people, trying to enslave her and enslave her people. She was out there with the shits, man, and how she actually I didn't have enough time to record the whole thing. So how it really went was, she knew that her and her whole rebellion, they knew that they were outnumbered, so they had devised a plan where the French troops would come capture them, but they had like a house or a building, and they lined it up with gunpowder. And as soon as troops entered, they blew up the gunpowder, killed all the troops, and would kill themselves. It was a suicide mission. Right. But she wound up living, and she caused so much havoc and killed so many of their people. They're like, you know, we're not gonna kill you yet. We're gonna let you have your baby, then we're gonna kill you. And they hung her the day after she gave birth, and she was like, what's your last wish? She said, live free or die. And they got a statue of her right now today in France. Wow. She caused that much hell. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, back to this Spill Gang fucking reunion we need, man.
Yeah, definitely. Or I see you slowed down. Like, I know y'all got into movies and TV series, which was dope.
Yeah,
that fucking was a nice ass fucking thing. I think I get back into that. Like, that shit was crazy. I think you can still, like, with shit like that, like with I think with mixtapes and the music y'all was doing, like, you can, cause like how P did it, he put out like Bowden and shit like that before, and then he brought it back or kept pushing that shit. You could push music for years. People don't understand. Like, you could push it for years and bring it back until it connect to, you know what I mean, a larger audience or whatever like that. But y'all thinking about you, or you particularly thinking about doing any more acting, or?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't against it though. Like, I ain't gonna lie, transitions, like, I had so much fun doing transitions and shit, right? This was the, people don't even know this, like, on that whole series, they used to give us, like, a script, right?
Yeah.
But the people who was writing the script wasn't from, you could tell they wasn't from the city.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually remember the series from, like, I think Detroit or something like that. It was from somewhere else, then it came here, right? Or was it here, then it went to Detroit?
Yeah, then it went to Detroit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because actually, that's another story. But anyway, right. Boom. So they used to give us a script, and we used to read the shit. We was like, man, we don't talk like this though. So they was like, all right, just take key words and don't put your spell on it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this was the only, listen, none of that shit that you hear us talking about is scripted. That shit is all off the top.
Off the cuff.
That shit was all on the top. Like, we like keywords just to, we had to remember keywords just for him to know his shit. Like, with me and Ty, all that shit we was doing, man, I don't think nobody else ran like this. Like, we was all off the top. Like, yeah, I said it like this. Fuck, we say it like that. All right, when I say this word, you come out with that word. All right, I'm gonna say this word. Remember that, John? All right, cool. Boom. Man, we took like 50 takes. But that shit different though. Like, I learned though, like from shooting music videos. Like, we might shoot a 3-minute music video for fucking 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? So imagine how long it takes. Like, we was already comfortable with doing it. So like, one thing always transitioned to another thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
but yeah, definitely want to give y'all flowers. Y'all definitely set trends. You know what I mean? Like, did crazy shit, and it was, like I said, was there. And like, y'all did series, y'all music, and y'all was really in the city. And, you know what I mean? In the city, in the area, in the clubs, outside. Like, y'all really was outside. Like, y'all really wasn't whatever. Y'all was just all together, still cool.
Some whole funny shit though. I'm in the liquor store one day, right? And niggas eyeing me down. Like, man, what the fuck? He like, man, that's fucked up what they did to you, man. What the fuck you talking about? Like, man, you fishbone, ain't you? Yeah. Fucking fishbone. The whole time he talking about the niggas from transition. I said, oh, this shit is different. I said, I need that acting shit. That shit was different right there. Like, niggas, like, now that I can see why Lil Shorty on Power always be trying to get beat up and shit. Like, niggas really was in tune to that shit.
But so, I see you scale back from the music. Is it on purpose, or you just? I know you got a whole bunch of other shit. We gonna get into that, like how you transition into the trucking and the shit you're doing. Like, y'all moving into, like all y'all moving into whole different waves and real successful and all y'all other shit outside of music. So I see why it wouldn't be a big push to get back into it, but that's still gotta be like a passion for you, or something you love to do. Like, I see you still do your Slick Talk Sundays, and you know what I mean, all that shit.
It's like you don't do the freestyle Sundays, you know what I'm saying? The Talk Slick Sundays. Slick Talk Sundays no more, bro. What the fuck?
Shout out my nigga Buzzy, man, from North Philly, man. That was his thing, man. I reached out to him and told him, man, listen, man, I gotta be a part of this shit. He was like, talk your shit, then, Slim. And we was running that shit for a minute, but like, I've been doing music all my life though, since a little one. So like, music always gonna be a part of my life, man. And like Paul said, like, music is timeless. So I've been reaching out to a couple of producers because I want my next project to go a certain way. Like, you know what I'm saying? My nigga, shout out my nigga Uno. You know what I'm saying? I reached out to Uno because Uno got a different type of ear, and I think it get the sound that I really want. So Uno, Chris, all them niggas. So I got something low. I got something low key that's about to be high key.
I got you. Shout out my cousin right there. He a producer. He got that new wave of music and into his shit. So y'all probably can link up and do something.
I'm supposed to be linking with Uno all the time.
With, as far as with the music and everything, I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. You and Fred that I really admire y'all about is y'all fatherhood. How y'all carry fatherhood, like super duper serious about y'all kids, man. Like, it's one thing, like, when we grow up, some of us, you know, a lot of us grow up and we don't have our fathers there. And to grow up and see your friends who may not have had a father or whatever their circumstance was, you know what I'm saying, turn into good ass fathers, bro. That really do mean something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it's like I see Dre always championing his daughter to keep pushing with the basketball, and even with her academics, he's pushing her. He's right there with her the whole way, bro. Since she was a baby, bro. I remember, up at the barbershop, got her. as a baby. He always had his daughter with him. Fred, his boys, the same thing, man. So you two as fathers, and how we in this whole day and age we in right now. What's your biggest fear as a father, both of you?
Well, I can start. Like, having boys, man. Man, the advent of social media is so stressful, Slim. Just watching how they have to navigate through that, because us when we was growing up. Yeah, I mean, my dad passed when I was like 11, right?
Yeah, mine died when I was 12.
Right. So you understand where I'm going.
On Father's Day.
So, the crucial years that you have your sons, especially, and I can't speak for having a daughter because I don't, but having boys, man, you watch the pressures of social media. We didn't have no shit like this coming up, man. Like, I'm watching the social pressures push them so far sometimes. It's like, it's almost like the fear of loss. You don't want to lose your son to another influence when you dead. Yeah. So, like, not having your dad there when you younger, it kind of puts you out there on a flight or fall type of mission, right? Yeah. You know how we grew up. Yeah. We grew up with a space where you didn't want to be like the motherfuckers that you seen coming up. Yeah. You wanted better. So now that we have better, you don't want to push your kids to the point like you trying to raise them the same way you grew up. Okay. Because, I mean, it's different. It's completely different. Like we become successful in our different avenues and paths, but like my kids don't have to grow up the way we grew up. Yeah. Like my sons could go up and, get up in the morning and go down to the theater, watch a movie if they want. Like, we didn't have that type of luxuries. Like, we had to worry about other shit, walking up and down Sheriff Road, or going down Meade Street, or going down Qual Street. Like, the things that we see on a day-to-day basis is something that I would never wish on my kids.
And then, what's even crazy about that? Like, we thought that shit was normal.
Right, it's the normalization
of it. That shit ain't normal, bro.
No, man, no, it's not.
It's not supposed to be anything.
It's not supposed to be, right?
Man, but you know what? Even now, like, you got sons, and I'm gonna ask you this question because you got sons, and as a man, we all learned how to court a woman and how to talk to women and get at women, right? Do you teach them about rejection? Like how to take it through rejection?
I do.
Because like a lot of brothers, like grown ass men can't take rejection.
You know what I tell my especially my older two, man? No means no.
Yeah. Yeah.
We in a day and age where like that shit is more prevalent than anything.
Yeah.
A female say no, it's okay to walk away.
Yeah,
like don't worry about how you may look in front of your friends. You got to take that L sometimes, man, to recoup, because now you learned a valuable lesson. Now you can play your game a little differently going forward.
Exactly. Man, my thing is like, it's hers to give, not mine to take.
Exactly.
And why I want to take it, she don't want me there.
And see, then that's when I come in with the uncle game. Say, look at nephew. Next time she see you, make sure she see you.
Exactly.
And
all on her.
But honestly though, man, I give my brother Dre this, man, because he's always over there with my boys. Because, sometimes as a father, man, your message can fall short or fall on deaf ears. So it takes another, a good brother or like my brother, you know what I'm saying? Like to come over there and like, hey, what your dad telling you ain't wrong, but I'm going to show you this too. Right. You put this in your repertoire. You know what I'm saying? You finesse it like this. Because, man, that's the toughest thing in the world to be a father for. I mean, 3 kids, man, 3 boys at that. Because all of them different personalities. Likes, dislikes are different, man. It's like a movie 24/7, man.
Hey, this shit be so crazy, like, man, the father, because, like, all your kids' friends think you the coolest
thing
ever. Your kids think you just, like, a weird-ass nigga.
Like, you ain't invented nothing. You a cold square bed, you just woke up and came
Like, they don't even know,
man. They have no
idea. So, Drake, even with your daughter, I know y'all super tight. Like, so what's your biggest fear as a father?
Man, see, man, we in the little stage right now. So my biggest fear as a father.
Burning on your ass.
My biggest fear as a father is going, because I always reach out, like, I got women friends who have daughters and fathers in their relationship. You know what I'm saying? Little, it's better on the back end. So my biggest fear is us ever going through something that fuck up our little relationship. Like I always tell her, like, you just talk to me about anything, even though I might not like it, but let's keep our line of communication always open. So that's my biggest fear, because when you lose that communication line, then she get to talking to other motherfuckers and tell her anything.
But man, when the outside looking in, right, I be peeping how you do your father thing, right? And Shorty is a hustler.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
A hustler. And I just spent money with her.
How motherfucking fish fry the other day?
How's your daughter?
Bruh.
How's your daughter?
14.
Bruh, I'm talking about since a little girl, bruh. She'll have like little pop-ups or whatever. Bruh, yeah, man, hustling. And he'd be like, yo, come support my daughter, bruh. Niggas pulling up, yeah, man. You know what? I'm gonna get away from saying the word nigga, man. I've been reading this book, The Browder Files, man. It's really opening my mind to like spirituality and like the black experience in America, bro. And I'm gonna get away from saying that word, bro. We bigger than that. We bigger than that, bro. We bigger than that, man. But yeah, so I really admire both of you guys' fatherhood styles. Like y'all not friends with your kids, but y'all there. Y'all like, yo, it's like the line of communication is always open, bro. I'm here.
I think it's a fine balance though, with being, because you have to be your son's or your child's friend though in some capacity though, man. Like, and that's honest. Like you're not there to do friendly things all the time.
Yeah.
Because you have to be that structure, that guidance.
Yeah.
But you do need to be your child's friend. I hate when, and I'm not gonna say that, but I dislike when people say I'm not my kid's friend. Like, no, you should be.
Yeah, you gotta understand them. You
Exactly.
gotta be able to relate to them on that level. You know what I'm saying? But then you got that power. Like you got the power to be a friend and a father. So you can be like, man, you control it. So you can be like, man, they be like, oh man, you just was this now we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Or you can't do this, you can't do that. You know what I mean? But you gotta be like my son. I try to tell him all the time, like, listen, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and give him real shit. Like, so he went off to college. You know, I told him, I said, listen, you gonna try shit. You gonna do drugs, you gonna drink, you gonna do all this shit. So I gotta give it to him straight, not how it's given to us, like don't do this, don't do that. So I'm like, listen, with liquor, you don't mix. You know what I mean? Like you don't mix liquor, don't mix. You can't start out drinking Hennessy and drinking some fucking Velicol for some white liquor or whatever. Like for real, like nah, you can't just if you're drinking that and whatever. I said, and it's a bunch of y'all broke college students or whatever. Like, and make sure you pop that bottle open. You gotta know what you're drinking, cause that shit ain't Hennessy. I ain't got that much Henny going around. And that shit probably Paul Masson or something by the time they get to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you now, I gotta be hard on about this drug use shit. I'm like, listen, man, if you wanna fucking do pills and shit like I'm like, listen, like people are fucking dying with bullshit and fake drugs. So I'm like, man, you fuck with pills? Like, nah, I ain't. I'm like, nah, you like, let me know. You know what I'm saying? We can figure this shit out or whatever, because I don't want you trying some shit or getting into some shit and it fuck you up. Same thing with weed, same thing with all like they putting in all that shit now. I'm like, so I'm like, listen, we might be like whatever with you, but let me know. So now he tell us like, hey,
you gonna hit the J, make sure you
you roll that J out. Yeah. So he like, hey man,
they been saying that back in the day.
Yeah, he hit us. He was like, hey, y'all was right like shit. Cause my wife talked to him too. Like y'all was right about that. He said, man, my friend was drinking Hennessy, and then he started drinking some shit called Pink Whitney, and fucking he fucking lunched out. He woo. So he started to see. But we talked to him about shit like that. Like you gonna drink or what? I'm like, man, you. And so some days you ain't driving, you can't drink shit. You know what I mean? Sit, fall back. Y'all catch an Uber. I'm like, if you stuck in a fucked up situation, call us. You might be mad, like, man, how the fuck you out? But we gonna make sure you get home and make sure your homeboys get home and shit like that. But you gotta have them real conversations with your kids. So it's like,
so I'll never play like another play I've been giving my daughter though, right? I changed the game on her though. So instead of like telling her stuff, I let her think like she already like she know a little something. Yeah. I'd be like, if I was you, instead of saying, look, you should do this. Yeah. I'd be like, if I was you, you know what? I would do it like this. Yeah. And it's I can see that it's hitting her a little different way though than me. But like, man, you should do that. Yeah. Do this. Like, nah, if I was you, man, this is my advice. Well, this is what I would do. Yeah.
That definitely was up.
Man, bro, this is 40, bro. I swear to God, man. I never thought we'd be here, man.
Nah, man. You know, that's the object of the exercise, man. To grow old, man. And be prosperous, man. You know what? And a lot of that's it's a good thing that you said that. Right. I think a lot of times, man, we condition in our society, man, with like, motherfuckers don't grow old. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They think it's cool to be young and be out of here. Like, yo, bro, man, and I tell everybody, I talk to God, Slim, I'm gonna be here to 90.
Man, listen, getting older,
man, this shit is the coolest shit.
You know what? Man. Being young and turnt is cool.
No, that's cool.
Being young and turnt is cool.
When you there.
Being old and out the way,
this shit is beautiful.
Shit, bro.
This shit is beautiful.
Yeah. Man, listen.
But
I love it.
I ain't even gonna lie though, and I always want to stress this message, and I'm glad y'all got a platform so I can stress this message, not to take away from that.
Go ahead.
But listen, man, to all the young niggas, man, while you out there though, right? I used to think that when niggas used to say, man, when you get in the game, you can't get out, like it was on some gang shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? DC, you know, we don't really got no gangs, but when I got older, I understood though, like, you could transition the best that you could transition, but if you was in the streets moving how you was moving, no matter wherever you transition, you could become a doctor. A nigga gonna always look at you like you the same person that you was 20 years ago. They would be like, you could be drive a Bentley from a check from a doctor, from a sponsor. They would say, Shawty got them joints.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you gonna still be associated with it, like, oh, he's still moving funny, or that's how he doing. That's what he doing.
So make sure, man, that when y'all choosing paths, y'all choosing paths wisely, because some things you can't get out, even when you do get out. Like it's a tough situation to transition. And ladies, if you're dealing with a man that's transitioning, you gotta stay with him because you don't know what he's been through. You don't know
be patient.
Patience is a virtue for real, man.
Yeah, and anybody transitioning is a struggle. It ain't just getting out the game. It ain't gonna be easy, but it's a process. It's a mental process that you got to go through from getting out of there. Yeah, it's a mindset that you got to change. And I had an issue with that. Like, I had problems with that. Like, getting out and then trying to be straightforward and you know what I mean, do regular shit and regular working nigga shit. Because you can't do the same shit you was doing before. You ain't regular nigga. And you can't go out. You can't go out and just bluff because it's your mindset. So you can't go out in the club and like, man, I can't pop 3 bottles. You like, then you do the math. You like, nah, I don't work the whole week and I just fucking blew 700 in this motherfucker on a Friday. Like, man, that shit don't make sense. But it takes, you know what I mean? It's a mindset that changes.
You know what? After you make that transition and everything get cool, bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm doing the same shit.
Absolutely.
All these other so-called name brand dudes. I'm buying designer. I'm popping big bottles. I'm taking nice trips. I'm eating big old steaks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it takes time. It's a process. Bro. It takes time.
Oh, even better, easier. Without looking over your shoulder or getting pulled over. Like, man, get my ticket. You talking jazzy. You know what I mean? Other than they doing their other shit. But you like, get my ticket and go. You happy you get pulled over and get it. You know what I mean? Like a ticket. Like, man, I'm $200. All right, get my ticket. Let me put you on. You know what I mean? You driving, you ain't worried about what's behind you and all this other shit. Like, you just
I read this junk right a long time ago, right? So, like, I got my joint in the company name though, right? So, every time they pull up on the back of that motherfucker, I know they trying to pull me, but when they run them tags, that company shit pop up, they speed off. I never knew why till I really investigated, and it was like, they know if they pull you over, they can't take your car anyway, so it's worthless for them. Like, when that company shit pop up, it's you got
to playing a different game, man. When you get to this level, man.
Even talking about transitions, man. I'm never was a hater. I'm always like a congratulator. So I'm about to keep cheerleading my friends on. So Dre, man, I noticed when you started the trucking thing, right? Mm-hmm. Even before the trucking, when he was going through his whole CDL process, man, I was cheerleading that man. Go Dre, go!
Oh, man.
That's what's up. And he got a CDL and he started his own trucking thing. That's another part of the transition, another part of the game they don't tell you. You know what I'm saying? So you can be your own boss and still live good.
Absolutely.
You know? So what's the name of your trucking company?
I Ain't Cold, man. I named it after my daughter. She passed about 5 years ago. So, you know, keep her name seen in the lights. So yeah.
Okay.
I Ain't Cold trucking, man.
Yeah, man. Shit, I'm proud of you, bro. Man, it's just like, man, it's like. That's my motto, man. Shit don't stop. You know what I'm saying? They never, like bro, never stop, man. Like, Fred never stopped. None of us never stopped.
Can't stop.
You know what I'm saying? Shit don't stop. That's like always been my mantra. It's been my mantra for the past couple of years.
Man, you used to tell me, man, when I first started my shit, you like, man, shit don't stop, people do.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be lying to you, man. I've kept that shit with me ever since, man.
And you know where I got that from? It was like I was thinking about, like, you know what? I can have an attitude. I can be stressed out. I can be whatever's going on. The bills don't stop. Right. Shit don't stop. Life keep going on. Like, bro, I don't care. Like, if like you stressed out, you whatever, bro. Your kids still hungry. They gotta eat, bro. Shit don't stop. Don't nobody care, man.
Nah, nobody gives
shit don't, about. Man. The work when you die, dog, it's gonna keep going. Shit don't stop. So you gotta live, man. Live this motherfucker, man. So you know what I'm saying, man, bro. Yeah, man. That's my mantra to myself. It keep me going. It keep me grounded, man. I just know shit don't stop, man. It's gonna keep on going, man. We ain't even get a chance to get to the lightning round with the random questions like the fast jumps, man. It's just really been just just a flowing ass conversation
Yeah.
with some brothers, man, talking about life and everything.
Yeah, this some natural shit. Like
Yeah,
they sitting
man.
on crates and shit, popping off like on the block, like I'm down watch.
Hey.
And a shitload of bottles of dope.
Hey, hey, you know, it's like some Dean was. We gonna pull up on your block.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
With a cooler full of
With a
champagne,
cooler full of
talk
champagne,
shit.
and pull out our chairs and set up shop. Yeah, that's our hood, man.
Go down Watts and fuck skips up and pull right back on.
Yeah.
Like, hey, yo,
Hey, Watts.
who
Hey,
going
you
back?
know what? You
Who
know
going
what?
back, nigga?
You know what? I got a random question.
Talk.
Dave Browns or Jocks? Go.
Jocks.
What?
Man, I'm going Dave Brown. I don't give a fuck what bro say.
Far as what?
I got DBA,
Blasphemy.
man.
Blasphemy.
Far as what?
And yeah,
What are we
depends.
talking about? Far as
I
what?
just had to give you a random question, a
Yeah.
quick jump.
No, quick jump. I'm going to listen. When I get in the car, we going to jobs. Cause I'm gonna get the. Was we back in the day with it?
Yeah.
Cause guess what? I'm gonna get the Mo and the Blue Beast.
Hold
I'm
on,
gonna get
hold
a
on,
bag
hold
of
on.
58 with the
Raise
razor
the
$2
facts.
$1.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Oh,
hold
yeah,
on.
right there. And I might catch me and coming out of jobs.
Let's not fast forward that part about the Blue Beast. Niggas have no idea.
Yeah.
Yo, what's that 98, bro?
Yeah, it had to be. When you're
So,
in station movies, we
Man,
still
hey,
on-
look, so me and bro had used to be
Still got movies though?
man, I think they
I don't do that. No, I don't think so.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Check that shit out.
So we used to be off some young, like some super young shit. I think we might have been like
Fuck that.
17 years old, man, doing the Moet lifestyle or the Nectar Imperial with the
Yeah.
Blue Beast. Was the
Yeah.
Nectar?
It was the
Yeah, we used to do the Nectar Imperial with the Blue Beast, man, and that shit still to this day.
Mm.
One of the hardest drinks ever.
That's why I say jocks, cause jocks. Now listen.
And we
See,
weren't even 21.
I lived in the middle of Sheriff Road, so if I go, I'm like if I go to the right, I'm on the 8 ball. If I go to the left, I'm on the second right.
Yeah.
So it depends on what I want. Like if I'm hungry, I'm gonna go to Dave Brown, get me a bottle, give me a barbecue sandwich, holler at motherfucking
Big boy.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Man.
That's
Kevin. I'm gonna holler at
Kevin.
Kevin,
Yeah.
talk shit with Kevin. But if I go to the left, that's where I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna walk past. I'm see Big Bro. I'm gonna see you out there. I'm gonna go up there. Then I'm gonna get my bags. I'm gonna get my bags. I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
Jocks was a one-stop shop.
But you know what? I did forget about 2020s. You hit me.
Oh, man.
15.
Man, all day.
Stop.
Yeah, bro. I
Just the
forgot
58,
about that.
58.
Yeah.
Man, what?
That's a fact.
I used to go over to what's that shit? Over in Palmer Park, it was a liquor store over there. I used to go over there. You know what I'm saying? To get my woo woo woo. You feel me? Yeah. I ain't never stopped at Jocks
Some
though.
sneaky shit.
Yeah, man, I always
I ain't
was.
gonna lie,
Man.
Jocks had that line on though.
Yeah,
Bro, I always was.
No, but you know what? Real talk though, man. Kevin took care of us like nobody else
Yeah,
would though.
bro. I bought my first bottle of Dom Perignon
Say that.
from Dave
Okay,
Brown,
right.
and he showed love on the price.
Right.
This was back when it was 120.
Nah,
Back when it was
I'm gonna
120.
I'm gonna tell you some shit, man. Kevin did for me, and I probably don't share this because now he's retired and everything.
Yeah.
But before I got married, I had a conversation with him, a real conversation with him.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, whatever you do, man, put your wife and your family first, man. God will take care of the rest. So when it was time for me to come down there, I was like, Kevin, man, I'm doing my wedding, the reception myself. He was like, hey, look, if you paying for alcohol, man, come see me. You hear shit in pass. I'm like,
Yeah.
So I'm talking to him. Man, Kevin blessed the whole joint for my whole reception. Dre was there. He'll tell you how much liquor we had, man.
I know it was
No.
nice.
Kevin took care of all that shit for me.
Wow.
Like, he took care of that just because, just a nigga from the, from
Yeah.
the scene, man.
Yeah.
And he always loved us youngers. And he used to always say, like,
Yeah, he did, bro.
Nah, for sure.
he used to always tell, like, I got y'all. If you ever in need, let me
Bro,
know,
it's
I
like
got
what Dave Brown liquor store in Sheriff Road, if you don't know what we're talking about. So
Right.
Kevin was always a straight shooter, right? Always a straight shooter, bro. He owned a liquor store after his father passed.
Right.
And bro, it's just like I ain't never have to like show no fake ID or nothing like
Nothing,
that.
nothing.
Came with straight bread.
Once he
It was like,
know you, he know you.
Yeah, if he didn't know you, he called you, but he knew he took care of you, man.
Bro, I remember when the 1738 came in, like the old 1738 came in like it came in the can, but it had like the paper on it and the red ribbon around it. That's how far back I go with the shit. You hear me? So yeah, man.
See, I talk a lot of Deanwood shit, and I make jokes or whatever.
Sure.
Like Deanwood, but I went to Roper and like involved in the Deanwood community and neighborhood. Like a job break down Deanwood, like the areas different because it's different streets, it's different. You know what I mean? Different areas in Deanwood. Like you got Sheriff Road, you got 48th, you got 49th, you got Qualls, and I could be missing some.
Got
But
Kenny.
you got that.
Yeah,
Or
Kenny.
do it go all the way down to by Merritt, by Huntwood, by 5210.
See,
Like
that's
what's
a
break down deep?
That was touching.
Yeah, that's what I said. So break down
That's a
deep.
touchy situation because my
whatever.
niggas up the hunt, they don't
claim.
really claim
They don't claim
it.
things.
And but you know what? We don't really claim. It's
Yeah.
cool.
No, that was facts though. And there's no love lost between them.
Okay.
It's just, man, I think I'm gonna say it like this: Deanwood stop at the top of Sheriff Road and go all the way down
Yeah.
to Quarles.
Okay.
Or we can say Minnesota Avenue.
Yeah,
Minnesota Avenue.
I'm about to say
What's
city.
Minnesota? See, people.
No, 49th in Minnesota.
Yeah, you can't
49th
do that because Minnesota,
Let's be
Minnesota
clear.
is Minnesota.
Yeah. 49th in Minnesota. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Shout out my 36 niggas too.
Yeah, we got some good niggas on 36 too.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to
it's like me. I'm probably one of the only people that's like been all around like the whole thing would pop. It's like even up top, like even up the Humboldt part, like living it. You know what I'm saying? So like our whole community is like, I think what is the Heights like one of the biggest projects or something?
I think the Heights is.
So like imagine that, just that's us.
That's
you know what I'm saying? From the numbers, because we go by numbers. So like the whole rest of the city, but from like I'm gonna say 46 to 52nd. So if you count them number of blocks, but it's just like a big ass. It's like a big community process.
Separate buildings, separate homes, and private homes.
Man,
Yeah,
the
but
only thing I hate about Deanwood, bro, there's so many fucking churches on Sugar.
Man, we got 22 churches. There's 22 churches in Deanwood.
Man, ain't that much praising the Lord in the world.
Man,
Y'all
niggas just shout out the liquor stores but say fuck the churches in Deanwood. Y'all wild as shit.
Bro, it's only 2 liquor stores. It's like 37 churches.
Yeah, it is a lot. It's a lot of fucking.
Who doing something for the community though? Let's be
Yeah,
real though.
yeah, churches
man,
don't
yeah,
give a lot
let's
of
be
shit.
real.
Like, yeah, churches don't be on the front line of a lot of shit.
Come on,
they don't
bro.
be, like, not even the front line.
I'm gonna tell you a church that
Yeah,
is
I
on
don't
the
be
front
on the
line. I'm
front
gonna keep it real with you though. Steve Young Church, he do
Yeah,
help
Steve
out a
Young.
lot. I'm gonna keep out a lot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, Steve Young be in the mix.
Yeah, bro. So that's how Deanwood go though, man. So but yeah, man, we have to.
So, quick question about Deanwood. Like, I know you be all back and forth, and everything ain't sweet everywhere. Like, it seems like it's all whatever. And I know, like, these niggas here, like, they cool, but they alright, they whatever. I'll ask you, like, rapid fire, pick and choose if you could, Sheriff Road or Quarles. You can't say they together.
Wow.
I know the two separate areas and whatever. And I seen you on both. I seen you. You know what I mean? Like you. That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm Mr. Dean. I'm Mr. Deanwood. Like I'm probably the only.
But people don't understand. Everybody can't do that.
Nah, they can't.
Nah, just because you from Deanwood, you can't be.
You can't.
You can't. That's what I'm saying. Certain people can't move around, but everybody couldn't be
Nah,
down
everybody
Quarles.
couldn't
Everybody
do that.
couldn't be on Sheriff Road or whatever. But I seen you in multiple places.
Me personally,
Yeah, you had to choose.
if I had to choose, I was born on the road though. But if I got to choose, I gotta go down bottom of Quarles because I had the most fun time of my life down Quarles when we was running around in them Hummers and partying with Iverson and doing all type of crazy shit. Man, I could have. Lord, you was mad.
Yeah, that's why
I'm just saying. I ain't trying to push you, but
it's statute of limitations. But I was around.
Yeah.
I remember being with, like when we was doing the music shit, and I remember hooking up with Gotti, and we was hanging out. He was like, I gotta go, you know what I mean, do some woo woo, and it was like, I was like, man, that shit impossible to do before we about to go to the club, and that shit was crazy. Like that shit was that I seen the first hand.
Tell niggas, man, I was bringing Rose back to the hood when they was only selling them in the club. We sneaking them out the jump like, look what they got on there.
Man, you know what?
What is that?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. The first person I ever seen pop Rose Moet, Fat's mama. Yeah, Fat's mama.
Yeah.
She popped bottles like a grown ass man, bro. Real talk, bro. Real talk. Real talk.
That's the Uncle Buzz. Uncle Buzz told me and Fess a lot though. Like I said, like
Man, shout out
on
Uncle
back.
Buzz, man.
Like me and Fess really grew up together, so his mother's my mother, like literally.
Yeah.
So
And shout out to her because I talked to him about this when we talking online. I'm like, I remember even back then y'all whatever.
Yeah.
She was
Oh, yeah,
super
she got
supportive.
this-
Man,
She was at the spot.
And a whole
She
gangster.
was at the yeah. I thought she
A
was
whole gangster.
She was there in supportive of every step y'all did and just whatever. Like, that shit was unheard of to me, but she was there. She was there every step of the way, and I talked to him about it all the time. Like, man, you remember? I'm like, yeah, your mother was there. She was there, supporting him and pushing him and all that, and that shit make a difference.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man, man, I'm glad everybody got a chance to tune in, man. And thank you again if you listened last week. Thank you again if you're listening this week. Man, it's only gonna get better, man. We bring it together, man. So I want to thank our guests, Classy Freddie Lupa and my man Drizzy.
Man, we want to thank you, brothers, man, for even having us on y'all platform, man.
It's something dope what y'all got going on, man. I can't wait to see this shit hit the motherfucker.
We already know y'all gonna take off, man. Y'all just keep doing what y'all doing, man. We love y'all, brothers, man.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. You know the motto, man. Shit don't stop,
people do, man.
For sure. So Fred, man, give everybody your social media, man, where they can follow you at.
Oh man, Mr. Lupa, Mr._Lupa, you know, purveyor of all fly shit. Champagne aficionado, top 10 in the league in this shit. So, this shit is easy. So, Drizzy with us, man.
Drizzy?
IG, man. Spilly D Williams, man. You got to be the spell, man. Spilly_D_Williams, man. Y'all heard Billy D to Spilly D.
Yeah.
And you know mine, the same thing. Win Down DC, Instagram, Quality Wallace on Facebook, but. If I don't really put out that much.
You know what? I had to read that shit like 50 times. Never understood what the fuck it was.
What my shit was?
Yeah. Until the one day I said, let me zoom in on this shit and break. I broke all this shit down. I said, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, what they got? Different last name or something?
Just Win Down. That's it.
Yeah.
Win right now.
And I'm Velvet Jones on Facebook and Uncle Velvet Jones on Instagram. And man, like I said, man, y'all know the motto, man. Shit don't stop, man. We gonna catch y'all. Again, man, remember this shit drop every Monday at 8 a.m. in the morning. We're going to leave up out of here with a junk, man, from my man Dre from the 48th, 49th compilation.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, memories.
Talk to me.
Yeah.
Oh, rest in peace, Beverly, man.
Yeah, you bitch you.
We did this song for damn.
Alright, this drum is
No, you good. You good.
Huh?
Yes, shit.
Yeah, it was.
Cool.
Yeah.
That shit took me the fuck.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, that job. Yeah, when you put that on.
Hey, I just want you to know y'all some shit.
What? Wow.
Nah, he's talking about the Raiders.